shout out to King55 just before I start this video, because I actually do generally like his content, and I do like the videos he makes. I actually listen to it quite often, especially since I just recently subscribed. So with all that said, let's get into today's video. And like I said, this is not meant to be, disrespectful or mean-spirited either way. It's just a healthy disagreement, kind of like how you disagree if your mom was the best pizza topping. Is it chicken and ranch or is it Hawaiian bacon? I don't know. But, let's start today's video.
I don't know what it is when it comes to The Last of Us, but it seems like every time people are hyped for a new release, or, quote unquote new release in this case, like, not actually just re-releasing an old game. Basically, there's always just major leaks around the game, like we saw this with The Last of Us Part 2, that makes the game extremely controversial and kills a ton of people's hype for it. Now,
Oh yeah, the leaks. They definitely don't help. I can definitely say that much is true, because it definitely hurts the hype for some people. But I've always kind of been a person that said hype culture is toxic to begin with, and I'm sorry this might sound a little fanboyish, but if a leak really destroys your hype levels to the point that you don't even want to play it, were you really hyped to begin with to play the game? Or are you hyped because it was something new to play and you just need something to kill your time and, brag about on Twitter?
Now, in this case, I will say I don't think the hype levels were anywhere near what they were for The Last of Us Part 2, because even a bunch of PlayStation fanboys, when they saw this game got announced at, what was it? It was at the State of Play, I think. Even a bunch of PlayStation fanboys were saying, I don't know about this. This kind of seems like a cash grab. And
I don't know where this guy was when The Last of Us Part 1 got announced, but Sony fanboys were excited for this. They were bragging about all on Twitter, so I don't know where he got this, but it's from what I saw, it was quite the opposite actually.
And after the recent leaks came out where they would be making no AI changes and no gameplay changes, they wouldn't be changing any animations or anything, they would literally just be updating the graphics and charging people $70 for it, that kind of confirmed the suspicion of this just being a cash grab. And actually, I ran a poll, I can't remember if this was before or after the leaks had come out, I think it was after, but basically I ran this poll that I'm showing on the screen right now that says, do you think The Last of Us Part 1 is worth $70? And as you can see, 149 people voted, and of those 149 people, 3% said yes even if you've played the original, 7% said yes but only if you haven't played the original, and 91% of people said no, it's just a $70 texture pack, just buy the old game. And honestly,
Yeah, I'm actually one of the few people that actually answered the middle, question the middle of that. And sorry, man, let's just, I'm going to be respectful towards you, but I gotta say this much. Why is this a cash grab? Why is this a cash grab? Like every other fucking remake is okay all of a sudden. Let's be real here. I said this in my $70 video. I've said this in a previous video, even before that. Every freaking video game is a cash grab. Simple as that. Because anything that's trying to take your money is a cash grab by the very definition. So why is it that this gets called that, but no one's going to call God of War Ragnarok a cash grab, or Resident Evil 4 remake a cash grab, or Spider-Man 2 a cash grab? Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to play those games, but why is it that The Last of Us gets to this, I would almost say, hate towards it? Isn't enough just to dislike it. It's like you got to hate it. It's like you have to throw that sting, that punch in it, instead of, just say, hey, I don't like it and not my taste. It's like people who don't like it have to throw in that sting, oh, this makes it sound worse than it is. And for the record, in this trailer, they actually even showed how they improved the AI. They show how they improved the graphics, the animations. But I guess you might not have seen that from the leaks you saw, which right there, that's why I didn't take the leaks 100%, honest, because as far as we could tell, that could have been from an early build where it was just the graphics that have been updated. But yeah, that's just I don't know why Last of Us has to get so much hate for just being itself.
Honestly, here's my thoughts on it. If you are on PC and you have never played the game, then I would probably say go for it because, you know, I've never played the game myself, but I've heard obviously that it's a masterpiece. However, even if you are on PlayStation and you have not played the game yet, just buy the PS4 remaster for it. Unless you really value the graphics, and I'm assuming there's going to be 60 FPS, unless you really value the graphics and the 60 FPS enough to where you want to spend 70, I would say just get the PS4 version, because that version already looks graphically incredible. The only thing you're really missing is the 60 FPS mode, unless, you know, it had one for the PS4 Pro and I just don't know. But assuming it doesn't have a 60 FPS mode already, I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of the game is walking, so I don't know how much it'll actually really matter.
I will agree on you on that. Yes, I do think this is something that most people just have to kind of ask themselves, what do you really want? Do you want the classic experience, or do you want the classic experience modernized? More, you know, the gameplay's much smoother, the bow mechanics fixed. Thank fucking God for that. You know, do you want more details and better graphics, or do you just want the classic experience? For a record, don't ever recommend to someone 30 FPS for a, brand new game, because 30 FPS on a PS5 is, no, not acceptable. That's why I won't play Red Dead 2 anymore.
At the end of the day, it is your choice, it's your money, spend it how you want to, but that's just my take on it. Even if you're on PlayStation, just get the PS4 remaster. If you're on PC and you've never played the game, then go for it, but I really don't see the value personally in rebuying this game if you've already bought it and played it before, just to play through it again with slightly better graphics and maybe higher frame rates. Especially when you consider the fact that, once again, I think I said this earlier, but they are including no major AI or animation improvements. From what I've heard and from what I've seen, this is what the leak said, and the trailer kind of confirmed that.
As a guy who has played the original Last of Us probably more times than he cared to admit, I could tell you there have been some big improvements. This is coming from first-hand knowledge. This is coming from a guy who is a huge fan of the franchise, and one of those people who actually kind of like goes around looking for like the little details. Ooh, I noticed in the corner there's this Jack and Daxter, board game. I'm that guy. I could tell you there have been some big improvements. But yeah, again, I'm just gonna chalk this up as first-hand. You don't have first-hand knowledge, so you don't know what the improvements would be. Okay?
That apparently, like, all the animations are basically the same. They didn't, like, retouch anything to make it look better or anything. And all the AI seems to be the same, even though they said they were gonna switch it up and make it better. Once again, I haven't played the original. I cannot 100% confirm this. This is just what I've heard from the majority of people who I've seen talking about this. And if you look at this like to dislike ratio I have on the screen right now, you can kind of see that a lot of people agree. I think that's like a 57 or a 58% like to dislike ratio, which for a trailer on The Last of Us, one of the most beloved PlayStation games of all time, that is horrendous. Like,
oh boy, we're bringing up likes to dislikes. Okay, so here's a question: why are the likes higher? Just saying, if it's so disliked, it's so hated, how come the likes are still, higher? This is what I don't get with like some of these videos. Like, they always bring up likes to dislikes and user ratings. Like, you do realize these could be inherently biased. They're like, you literally could have hundreds of fucking bot accounts going there and just disliking the hell out of this. Or someone says, I hate The Last of Us, and this is the worst thing ever, so go over there and dislike it. Go over there and make negative reviews. Really? We're not going to pretend there's an inherent problem with these things. We're just going to take this as, oh, see, everyone dislikes this, but it's like, the likes are still higher. So, what's that say?
PlayStation fanboys, including some of the biggest ones like JTech TV, he did a whole stream where he ranted about this. That's right, the guy who is defending Gran Turismo 7, saying that Forza Motorsport can never come close to it because it doesn't have as good of a day-night cycle, even he is saying that this game is a cash grab. Which honestly, I find that pretty hilarious that even PlayStation fanboys cannot defend this game. But yeah.
Oh, hi there. I'm called a PlayStation fanboy, and I'm defending it. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's all about what you want out of it, what you want to play. I'm not going to sit here and say, everyone needs to buy this right now. It's a must buy. Everyone needs to get it. No. The truth is, it's up to you. It's really just up to what you want to get out of this product and how much you want to pay for it. If you don't want to pay $70, don't pay $70. Wait for a sale. Better yet, wait for it to come on PC, which hint hint might be sooner than we expect. But JTech, man oh man, that name's old. I've been on these PlayStation streets for a long time. I could tell you that boy, he just ain't right.
I was going to buy this game anyway, like whether or not there were improvements, because personally I wasn't very interested, and also, I personally don't like to support $70 games, that's why I'm not buying Modern Warfare 2. For me, the only time I'm cool with paying more than $60 for a game is if it's like, Destiny, you get the game for free, and then there's like paid DLCs, or even if the game costs money, and then they want to add like a bunch of DLC later on that costs extra money, and I see the DLC is worth it, then sure. But to me, charging $70 upfront for a game, I just don't support that personally. That's just me, though, maybe you disagree. And I just want to say this right now, if you are planning on buying this game, then good for you, I hope you have fun, I genuinely hope you enjoy it and have a good time, especially if you're playing through it for the first time. I hope that the story lives up to all the hype. And if you want to support this game, if you want to buy it, totally cool, no problem with it. Again, your money, you spend it how you want. I'm just saying, for me personally, I just see it as basically a $70 texture pack, and clearly so did a lot of people who I told. They also saw it as
well. So yeah, like I said earlier, I'm just gonna finish this video off by saying, once again, spend your money how you want. I've said this like 3 times now, but for me personally, I would recommend only getting it if you're on PC and it's the first time you're playing it. If you're on PlayStation and it's the first time you're getting it, I would say just get the PS4 remaster of it. And if you've already played it before, I would say it's not worth it to me personally, but again, that's up for you to decide. So yeah, bit of a shorter video today, just want.
So yeah, like I said, I think it's mostly a personal thing and how much you're willing to pay for it, but I do think some of the information he got was a little misled here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes just misinformation just gets spread, and I hope people just learn from the experience. But I would actually recommend this version over the classic version, especially if you're used to modern day gameplay. The Last of Us Part 2's gameplay. So that's me personally, and I also, for the record, all the stuff they're showing here, this is new stuff, like photo mode, all that stuff. They actually redid animations. You can actually tell that. They actually have permadeath, speedrun mode, all that stuff. So I do feel like they added stuff here. Is it, huge overhaul changes? No, but it's subtle little stuff. And I think that's what makes it worth it in my opinion. But that's me. I know that I'm a, Sony, Naughty Dog fanboy, but that's me personally. And this is actually probably one of the first games, by the way, that actually someone who has eye problems could actually play. How cool is that? People with disabilities actually are being encouraged to play this phenomenally well-written story with some of the best characters in any video game. There goes me Dick Ryden again. But yeah, this is my response to all this. And like I said, I generally enjoy this guy's video. Like I said, I'll post a link in the description. But yeah, this is a good video. Just I feel like there was some misinformation. Until next time, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. This is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Have a good day.